first like 30 seconds of it now.
Is it on the proper one, yeah? Is it loaded on there? On the Internet Explorer one, yeah? Is it live, yeah? Okay, cool. Alright, we'll go. Thanks, mate. Cool, we're live.
Okay.
I'll hold the sign for you as well.
Thank you. Please just start.
Yeah.
Okay, hello. This is the College Lane campus store. So today we're going to walk around College Lane and show all the important places on campus. So here is Eddie House, which is known as the campus club pub. At the moment it's open normally, but there's less people due to the virus. So normally we'd have on a Sunday a pub quiz, which you'd pay £1 and then it'd be in teams and you'd be able to win the money if you were the winners. So we'll show you the forum and the bus stop.
Try and speak to that fairly loud if that's...
You can speak on that.
That's great. Okay, so we're just walking around past the forum. Sabrina's just going to show you the bus stop for College Lane.
Okay, so this is the bus stop. On the other side of the road, you can see a shuttle bus. So if you were wanting to go to DHAV, you would take that bus. It's free, you don't need to show your ID card, you can just go on it. Where stop 3 is where the buses from DHAV to College Lane would be. There's also 2 stops further up on campus where you can get off if you wanted to go to your accommodation. This is just the forum. Other buses come here as well, but it will say on the timetable which buses there are. So they go to places like Stevenage and Watford, and if you show your student card, you can get a discount.
Perfect. Shall we go? We're going to go and take a look for in the forum now.
Wear a mask. So this is the forum, which is a perfect place to go if you need to get food quickly. Say between your lectures you've only got an hour, this is where you should go if you haven't packed a lunch. So here we've got Subway and Starbucks, which are open still at the moment. There's limited seating, but there's plenty of places to sit outside with the weather still being good. It's a one-way system as well, so just follow the arrows, same with everywhere on campus. It's just to keep safe. So so this is the campus shop. So it's food, you can get groceries, medication, alcohol. So it saves going to Co-op or a different shop because it's just down here. It's easy to get to and the prices are quite cheap.
So in the forum, which is here, you've got the Joe DeFranco, which is open at the moment, which is a chicken and other food options. As you can see here, here's some samples of the food today. But that's the forum restaurant that's currently open.
So these are the stairs. We'll just wait for the people to go past. It's important to wear masks everywhere on campus, especially inside. Outside, as long as you keep your distance, it's okay. It's just to make sure everyone remains safe. So this is the one-way system again. So on the left is upstairs, on the right we're going downstairs. there's a cash machine here. There's also two downstairs. It means that you can take out money for free. So in the gallery it costs money to take out money, so it's worth coming here. Normally the forum would be like a club, but due to the virus we're not going to be able to do it this precious. So over there on the right would be where the dance rooms will be. On the left, the clothing room. Hopefully when things improve we'll be able to open it again. So this would be the smokers area if the club was open. We've got the international office, so any international students, if you've got any questions, you should go there. Normally there would be the computer fixes, so if your laptop had broken, you would go there to fix it. It costs money, but it's quite cheap and it's easy to get to, so it's worth going to. This is the gate between the forum and the accommodation. After around 10 usually it closes, so you have to go around if it's closed. This was the barbers, but at the moment it's not in action. Here's Strats, which is if you're looking after your first year to move on campus, they can give you advice on houses and help you find a place to stay. So this is just buildings. Those massive stairs are stairs to the accommodation. So you can go in the lift if you need to. If not, you can go on the stairs. Keep to the left on the stairs, and if someone's coming down, you can wait. It just makes it easier. Over there is the right building, where you can see where it's connected to the main building. So a lot of lectures with the F rooms will be there. We'll just wait until.
This is also known as Jacob's Ladder, if you hear anyone referring to these steps as Jacob's Ladder. So obviously 4 flights of steps.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you can see the sign here, this is where the key is, or the chaplaincy. It's obviously hidden away at the moment, but it's currently closed, so you won't be able to go in there at the moment, but just for reference, that is the key, and that's the chaplaincy on College Lane.
Yeah,
So it's hidden away quite nicely in the trees, as you can see.
and it's normally for like religious practices, so praying, Christians would hold events there. So when it's open, hopefully you'll be able to go. On the left is Hazel Grove. It's just a bit of nature on campus. Sometimes there's squirrels and rabbits, and on a nice day it can be a nice shortcut in the shade. So we're approaching the accommodation at the moment, so we'll show you where all the buildings are.
Yep, so as Sabrina said, you can see the first accommodation here on the right, which is Telford Court on College Lane. So this is Telford Court here.
Some of the accommodations are townhouses where people share bathrooms. There's other ones where people have their own en-suites. It depends on what type of accommodation you get. Each building has a common room. So we're approaching Telford's one, which I believe is closed at the moment.
Yep, so as Sabrina said, the common rooms are currently closed at the moment. But attached to the common rooms are the facilities where you can wash your clothes. So the laundry, you can still obviously have access to them,
Yeah.
but the common rooms themselves are currently closed.
I think Bellingham's open, so if you're in Telford, you can wash your clothes in Bellingham, but the common rooms are closed.
As you can see on the left here, there's also our allotment project. So there may be opportunities throughout the year to get involved with these allotments.
Yeah, and there's a bike shed as well. So if you're cycling around Hatfield, it might be useful to put it there. It's quite safe. You get a bike lock and it's secure. There's a lot of green here as well. So on a nice day, a lot of people tend to sit outside, get a drink. These are the AstroTurfs. So you're welcome to go whenever you want, as long as you remain socially distanced. Practice sports, so there's basketball hoops, play football, and the next one.
Yep, so as Sabrina said, when there's not activities on here run by active students, throughout the day you can have free access to the basketball courts. And there is also the AstroTurf here. It's bookable, but active students also run different campus activities, which is free to sign up, and there's no sign-up fees, etc. So just look out for active students events.
Yeah, so these are the rest of the buildings. Newton, the clean at the back, Spalding.
Yep, so as Sabrina said, there is 5 different courts across College Lane campus. So you've got Bellingham behind the oval there, then you've got Spalding, Maclean, Newton and Schofield, and then Telford that we went past already. I'll let you go.
So this is the oval, which is important for accommodation. So when you collect your keys, you've probably been here. If you haven't collected keys here, it's just a place for accommodation help. There's a gym, Amazon lockers, community fridge, which is not running at the moment, but typically we try to save as much food as we can. So people would put in leftover foods and other people will be able to collect it. But with the virus, we haven't been able to do that.
There's also the post room service. So if you live on College Lane, at the Oval Help Desk where Sabrina mentioned that you can go with any accommodation queries, there's also the post room there. So that's a great facility to know about.
There's a lot of seating, benches. So with this weather, want to take advantage of it. At the moment they're rebuilding, but these would be parking spaces. So we're approaching the LRC on the left and the science building on the right. Usually at the science building there'd be a Starbucks at the bottom, but it's currently not open. But the LRC will have food. We'll explain when we get closer. It's also useful to note that around campus there are maps. So if you are lost, it will say the location that you are at and you can navigate to where you need to go. So at the moment we are at the LRC here. Say you wanted to go to the science building, it's on the right. If you wanted to go to the main building, go up, left, and then you can enter that way. It's a useful way to navigate, especially when you don't know your way around campus. There's also Ask Hearts as an app, where it has a wayfinder, so you put in a room and it will tell you what building and how to get there. So this is the entrance to the LRC. Luckily it is open, so it's open 24/7 this one, and DHAV has reduced hours. So it's important to wear your mask as you come in, respect social distancing, wash your hands, just the normal social distancing rules. As you come in you should show your ID, just to prove that you're a student, because we've had cases in the past where people that aren't students have tried to get in, so the security's made sure that it's a safe place for everyone. On the bottom of the library there's some food, so you can get some hot food, meal deal, there's some seating area, vending machines, which is good if you're studying but you don't want to go to the shops. It's just an easy way. There's also toilets at the end of each floor, so there's male, female and gender neutral, depending on what floor you're at. There's also disabled on every floor. There's a lift, so if you have a disability where you need to go in the lift or you don't want to walk up all the stairs, you're able to get in there. There's laptops as well that you can rent out. So for 4 hours you can rent out the laptop. It hasn't got Word, but it has the internet. And after that you will get fined unless you put it back. You would use your student ID to do that. Top floor has a quiet zone. So if you wanted to study but you're worried that it'd be noisy in certain areas, go to the top floor. People will remain quiet. There's also Macs there with special software, depending on what you want to do. If you want to book your own study rooms, you can do that as well, individual ones and group ones. So you go on the StudyNet, find a time slot, and then select a room. It's pretty easy, and there's probably people that can help you if you don't know how to do it. There's also technology support, so if something's not working at the library, you can ask someone for help. It's useful to go. Also, as well, depending on where your course is, that's where the books for the course are. Say you're a psychology student, the psychology books will be here. If you're a law student, it'll be on DHAV. So if you're looking for a book on your course, make sure it's on the campus that you study at. Over there is CP which is for some psychology students typically.
Do you want to go that way?
Yeah, I go that.
Pardon?
I didn't go that way.
You don't go that? What way do you go that?
I normally go down there and then reception.
Yeah.
So if you were to go left, there's the right building with F rooms, which is connected to the main building. So a lot of lectures are held there as well. It's hard to get to, but if you follow the map, you'll probably be able to find it. If not, there are people that you can ask.
And just like Sabrina said, if you look at the maps, you can also find a wayfinding on the Hearts mobile app. So if you are struggling with any of the maps, you can type in the room on the Wayfinding app, and that's a really easy way to work your way around the campus.
There's also the main reception. They can help you if you tell them what room where to go as a last resort. So that's another way you can go to the right building as well. So on the right, there's document services. So if you need to be print anything, you can go there on a memory stick, just put it, and the staff will sort it. It's normally quite quick. If you want to print in the library, first years normally get a £5 credit, and you can use that to print A4, A3. You would print it to the queue, and then after that, you would go to a printer, use your card, and it would come up with the document name. So make sure you've got a good document name so you can identify which document you're printing. On the left here is an entrance to the main building, which is called the D corridor. So the D rooms, C rooms, E rooms are all here. You can just follow the corridor. It's a one-way system again, but you will see on the signs where each room is that you're approaching.
Yep, that's also referred to as the FMM building sometimes, so if you see that anywhere, that's where you are. Like Sabrina said, that's for if you're a film student, or you might be on music or another media course, you might have some of your lectures or seminars in that building there.
There's the art building further along, so art graphic students will be based in there. If you look further along on the right, there's a bus stop. So there's 3 main ones on campus along. So there's one right at the end there, there's one near the art building, and then at the forum. Depending on where you want to go, depends on where you should get off. So if you wanted to go from studio accommodation, sometimes it's easier to go from this side rather than the forum. There's also Lindop, which is massive lecture rooms over there. You cross the road from the main reception to get there. The Todd building. But with Corona, I think less lectures will be held there.
So like Sabrina said, through the trees there you can't see them very well from here, but you've got the Todd and the Lindop building.
So this is the main reception. You might be familiar with it already. So if you've got any questions when you're lost, you can come here. It's a good meeting spot as well. There's a small cafe inside and sitting area so you can charge your phone, laptop, work. Just a nice chill zone. So this building that stretches across the whole of this walkway is the main building. So of all the C, D, E rooms. So the entrance that we saw earlier is one way in. You can also get through from the main building, the main reception entrance, and the forum as well. There's a lot of benches and bins, so with the nice weather, take advantage of it. But there's some stairs up there, which is an entrance to the main building as well, so halfway through. But with the one-way system, be mindful that there might be people walking away.
Okay, so we're now approaching Hutton Hub, coming back round to where we started off again, but we're going to take a quick look inside Hutton Hub, where we'll end the tour shortly.
Emphasize how important that is. There's also hand sanitizer on entrances to some buildings, so especially if you've been outside, it might be worth using it.
Okay, so you've got the Students' Union office here. As you can see, it's reduced capacity, but that is where the Students' Union office is. As you'll come through here, you'll see the student centre.
Yeah, so it used to be Santander, which is closed. There's Hearts, so if you've got any questions about finance, ID, enrolment, this is the place you would come. So you would go up to one of the touch screens and you'd scan your student card and then you'd get a ticket and they'd get called out on the TV over there. Typically at the moment during lunchtime it's been quite busy. So first thing in the morning and at the end of the day it's probably the best time to come to have an appointment.
Also down here at the end you've got the medical centre. So if you live in Hatfield or on campus, make sure you register with the medical centre and do it as soon as possible. You can find even more information on the Ask Hearts website, so you'll see all of that there. So that's the medical centre.
Yeah, you can sign up online at the moment. So if you're not sure what to do, either ask us or go online. There's also careers here. So if you wanted to get a job, you needed help with your CV, this is a good place to go. You can book an appointment online, sometimes they'll phone you and you can just work through a document together. I found it really helpful when I was doing my personal statement. And then is that you can get like, over-the-counter painkillers and stuff like that.
So lastly, inside Hutton Hub, you've also got student wellbeing up there. And then also to the left over here, you've got the student support office on College Lane. So if you need any help, you can also find lots of information for self-referrals for student wellbeing online at the moment. So that's on the Ask Hearts website, so you can find all of that information there. And they're offering lots of online appointments as well, so be sure to take a look at that. And as we come back through here, so as you can see, this is where we started off the tour, so we've done a full lap of the campus now.
Yeah. So thank you for joining, and if you're still here, thanks for sticking with us. If you've got any questions, there's plenty of people you can ask. You can go onto the Student Union website to find out about any activities going on, because Freshers is different this year. There's lots of Zoom type stuff. It's worth checking something out, especially if you don't know anyone on campus.
There's also a full online activities, which is a mixture of face-to-face and online activities on the website, on the Hearts website, so you can find that under the events and activities section, and there's a full calendar which runs from now until November the 1st. So yeah, as Sabrina said, have a look on both the SU website and on the main university website for that, and be sure to get involved with everything.
Yeah, so hopefully you found this tour helpful.
And yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you.